Hi, my name is Sunil, and in this screencast I'm going to explain how to set up the Django framework in Ubuntu Linux. So first of all, need to open the terminal, and after opening a terminal, if you haven't updated your OS or and package, you need to update the OS. The command for that is simply you have to give sudo update, and then you need to give the root password for that, and after giving a root password, system will start updating this OS. And once it is updated, then the next command you have to give is sudo apt-get install build essential. So this command will install the Python package, any necessary Python package which is required for the development. So let us wait for the sudo apt-get update. Then you have to give sudo apt-get install build essential. So in my case, I have already installed this, so that is the reason it says 0 upgraded, 0 newly installed, and 0 to remove, and 4 not upgraded. In your case, it will go through proper installation process, and once you have completed this second command, the sudo apt-get install build essential, then you have to install the Python development environment. And it should goes like this: sudo apt-get install python dev. So in again, all this package is already installed in my system, so it says 0 upgraded and 0 installed. Then this the next command which I'm going to do is to install the SQLite 3. However, this is optional, but let us do it to be on safer side. So sudo apt-get install SQLite 3 and live SQLite 3 dev. So again, these are all installed, and once you complete this, then you do sudo apt-get install python setup tools. So again, these are all installed in my system, so that is the reason you have to go. I'm just showing you this. These are the steps to set up the Django framework in Ubuntu, and then you have to do install the pip. So you have to do sudo easy install pip, and next sudo pip install virtual environment and virtual environment wrapper, virtual env and virtual env wrapper. So this command is primarily for in Python and Django, whatever the development has to be done, it has to be done within the virtual environment. So after installing the virtual env and virtual env wrapper, you would be able to give a command something like mk virtual env and virtual env name. So this will create a virtual environment and automatically activate it. And the second command, something like virtual env and virtual env name. So this will create the virtual environment, but it won't be activated automatically. You have to manually activate it, something like with command something like source, then that virtual env folder name, then bin, then activate. So this is how you have to activate. And the next, you have to install the vim to modify any thing in the command prompt. So I will do sudo apt-get install vim. So So again these are all installed. Then the one of the very important steps is to you have to update the bash profile of the system so that your command should work properly. So for that you have to do vim ~dot bash rc. So moment and then press I to insert into this. So if you go down, you can see in my system I have already added this Python virtual environment setup. So this is the the profile you have to update, where you have to update the work on environment, which is the virtual env, and then you have to update the virtual env wrapper, which we have installed just few minutes before, and then you have to press escape button, then colon and wq. So this will save your virtual bash profile. Then you have to do source dot bash rc. So this will update the bash profile, and if you don't want to do the source ~/ .bash rc, you simply close the terminal and again open it. So this is almost same. Now after this, let's say I'm going to make a virtual environment. So if I will do mk virtual env nescode, so it will create a virtual environment and it will automatically activate it. So you can see here the virtual environment is activated, right? And to deactivate the virtual environment, simply you have to do deactivate, and to activate again you have to do simply work on nescode, it will activate it. So this is one way. And let's say you have to create a virtual environment in other way. So let's say if you do virtual env, then you say, let's say nes. So if you will do something like this, it will create the virtual environment, but it won't activate it. So to activate it, you have to do source, then virtual environment name, then bin, then activate. So moment you will do something like this, so you will activate it manually, and again to deactivate you can say deactivate. So that's it. So this is how you are going to install the required package, Python development package, to start the Django development. Thank you so much for watching this screencast.